Today I would like to talk to you about an important dynamic. It's called parentification, and it's where you, as the child, place yourself above one or both of your parents. And mostly that occurs subconsciously, but you pay a very high price for it. So I will talk you through it, and then I will lead you into a short guided meditation to check out if this is in fact the case with you. So what happens in parentification is that the child steps to a level at the same level as the parent, so fulfilling maybe the role of a surrogate partner. Does not have to be anything sexual. It can be just on an emotional level, that the parent confides in the child in a way that is not appropriate, that it would be more appropriate to share that with a friend or with a partner, and that burdens the child. Or you could find yourself even a step higher, where you are above your parent, and in that way you effectively take on the role of parenting your own parent. That is not happening consciously in most cases, but if you find yourself in that dynamic, you can really be putting your life on hold, not fulfilling your own dreams, not really living your life, feeling stuck, and certainly not being able to give your own boundaries with other people. So all the things that you may be struggling with and take it very personally, this could be as a result of this dynamic that is subconsciously happening in your relationship to your parent. So everyone would recognize that if a child is placed in a position of having to provide physically for a parent, and be, as a very young age, doing the groceries and cooking, cleaning, and in other physical ways looking after the parent, that would be inappropriate. The same kind of situation happens on an emotional level, and of course that is much less seen, and we're much less aware that we're doing that. So I would like to invite you into a short meditation where you can feel if there's any of this kind of role reversal happening in your case. So close your eyes and take a time to feel into your body. Relax the feet. Relax in the seated position. Perhaps you would like to lie down, that's also possible. And picture yourself opposite one of your parents. And we'll do this exercise with one parent, but feel free to do it again with the other parent. And look who comes to you first. Is it your mother? Is it your father? And see them in your mind's eye, opposite you. And feel into the distance that there is between you. Perhaps you've placed your parent very far away. That also gives you some information about how far you feel from your parent. Or perhaps they're uncomfortably close. Make sure that you find yourself now at a position opposite your parent that feels good for you. And let's say that this is the mother, and if you've chosen your father, you can follow my words and translate that towards your father. And looking at them, notice what emotions arise in you. Notice if your body is stiffening or reacting in some way. Are you open towards your parent? And now look at them and simply say, Mom, I am your child. I am the small one. You are my mother. And you're big. You're the big one. And I am the small one. And notice how that feels on the inside. What do the words provoke in you? If the relationship with your mother is open, if the love from your mother is flowing freely towards you, and this is true irrespective if your mother lives or has passed away, if you have never known your mother, you can really feel if the connection is there and the words resonate. You are my mother and I am your daughter. You are big and I am small. And do not be shocked if these words, simple as they are, and simply stating the facts as they are, do not resonate, that they give a strange feeling, that it doesn't feel somehow right. This is your mother and you are the child. And if that is the case, it is quite likely that you have encountered this dynamic in your relationship with this parent, namely parentification. And that often happens without either party wanting it or even realizing it. And see if you can identify the ways in which you have been there for your mother that perhaps were too much for you, that were not appropriate for you as a child. Or even if you can't think of that, if you can't pinpoint it, you can still say, Mom, what I have given you, I have given you from love. I am your child and you are my mother. And notice how it is now to speak these words. Has something changed? And picture the fate that your mother is carrying with her, behind her, all the difficult circumstances in your mother's life. Perhaps you know of her traumas, perhaps you know what she's had to struggle with. And even if you don't, you can abstractly look at the fate of your mother behind her. And you can acknowledge her fate. You could say, "Mom, I see your fate." Or even, "Mom, I see your heavy fate that you've had to carry. And I leave your fate with you. I am but a child. I cannot carry it for you." And perhaps it feels appropriate to say, "I have tried to carry it for you. And now I realize I cannot." I am grateful for everything that you have given me and for the life you have given me. And let these words resonate in your body. Feel into your heart. Feel how your belly has softened. And perhaps that your heart has opened. How is it now to look towards your mother? And speak out the words once again. You are my mother. I take you on as my mother for the full price that it has cost you and it has cost me. You are my mother, and I am your child. You are the big one, and I am the small one. And consider how it is now to experience saying those words. Perhaps you feel your body much more relaxed. Perhaps these words are resonating with you now in a different way to when we started the meditation. And feel free now to slowly open your eyes. Reflect on this exercise that you have done with me today, whether you've done it with your mother or your father. And perhaps you want to note down what you felt. Perhaps at a convenient moment you would like to journal about that, to journal about your relationship from your childhood to that parent, to reflect on everything that parent has had to deal with in their life, in their childhood, what they are carrying with them, and how that possibly has impacted you. And at some point, you may want to redo this exercise and see if your internal connection to your parent has changed. And certainly be curious how these exercises that we're doing together are manifesting a transformation in you that would be also felt in your real relationship, in the real world. So beyond this internal process. The internal process is supporting you showing up differently in the world, much freer and really free to be yourself. Thank you very much for allowing me to accompany you on this journey. Please subscribe to my channel if you would like more of these exercises or more lectures on these topics. Thank you.